David, what lessons would you give to other people embarking on a similar process of thinking about merger?
I think you need to be very clear about why you would want to merge and what are the reasons for doing that. In our case, we were merging for a whole number of reasons actually, but I think ultimately there was a really clear desire for the founding organisations to find a new space in which they could flourish. I think there was a sense that quite a number of the organisations had reached what they were going to achieve as individual organisations. So it was about opening up a new space in which these organisations could flourish and therefore creativity could flourish within the contemporary music and sound sector. So that was really the vision. I think there was also a sense that we might be able to get derive better value from a single organisation as opposed to the duplication that we perceived was working across the 4 organisations. But of course the fact is within the arts many organisations are incredibly small anyway, so whilst there might be duplication the kind of net value of that duplication is very small. So the kind of financial savings of merging, I mean there were some, but actually in the overall scheme of things they were very, very small, and I wouldn't suggest that that was a key driver in terms of merging organisations. For us it was about stepping up and becoming a key player in the sector. So if I was thinking about organisations embarking on a merger process, what I would say is first of all think about the time that you have to do it. There are different models. I mean, we saw a model in Amsterdam where it was basically merge today and then sort everything out afterwards. And that's a very dynamic and rather kind of brutal way of going about it, but it is fast. That's one way of approaching it. We took completely the opposite end of the scale, which was that we did all of our thinking and all of our planning prior to the actual sort of go live date of the organisation. And you know, it took 2.5 years. It took a very long time. That could have been about our stakeholders as well. There were times during the process where I think we felt actually if we'd been a little bit more bullish, a little bit kind of brutish in our approach, we probably would have made swifter progress and perhaps the outcome wouldn't have really been that much different. So I think you also need to be sort of pragmatic and say, you know, at what point can you make a firm decision and stick to it and think about where those decision points come in terms of helping the whole project progress. So time is a critical factor, and then the resources that are required to affect the merger. And for us, that obviously it was about financial resource because we brought in a lot of external expertise to help us with that. But I mean, the main resource factor was the human resource and the time that people needed to take out of their day jobs. So the impact on the organisations prior to merger was that in effect their chief executives had a major distraction for 2.5 years. So maintaining the day job, or you know, of the organisation is a challenge that people thinking about an extended merger project need to consider. How are they going to continue to deliver and lead the organisation prior to merger?